get a bit excited as I make and walk through the presentation. So I'll be making some forward-looking statements, and I want to just clear that out. We definitely are a growing producing company. This year, we are aiming to produce around 4.5 million ounces of silver equivalent with an all-in sustained cash cost of the neighborhood of $16-17 all in. We see the mine growing, the Zimapan mine growing in both in tonnage to be milled throughout the year and in head grades as well. And I'll walk you in a moment as how and why are we seeing the mine increasing its production. In addition to that, this will be a very exciting year for us as we're now going to start exploration in very prolific and historic areas of the property, the Horizontes mining area, which holds the Lomo del Toro mine, a very interesting and with all the historic production with head grades north of 400 grams of silver. I'll be pleased to explain you in a moment. And in addition to that, we'll be doing further exploration in Santa Gorgonia mine, a mine that it's gold and silver with 2 grams of gold on average so far from our exploration report so far. And that'll be very exciting, situation for the company from an exploration point of view. Our share structure today, we have around 320 million shares fully diluted. Our market cap today is $104 million. We have top shareholders, which are we're very proud to have them as investors of the company. Management, as you can see, it's technically we're very Mexican management here with Carlos Silva, which is a very seasonal miner here in the country. He has been awarded by the Mexico's Mining Association a few years ago. He was awarded as the second best miner of the country in one of these mining events. We have a very round board of directors, which we try to leverage on their knowledge and advice as much as possible. We have 2 mines in the central part of the country. Both of those are very safe jurisdictions nowadays here in Mexico. Both are very well-known silver mine producing districts and with a lot of history, even since the Spaniards were mining here in my country. This year, we're, as I was pointing out, we're about to conclude what I would like to say an imminent project here, which is a transformational event for the company. We're finally buying all the assets of the Zimapan mine from Grupo Peñoles. As you might know, is one of Mexico's largest mining companies in the country. We're very pleased with how the negotiations with Grupo Peñoles have been going along. Very professional and very friendly. We are now very close to finalize this, and I'm sure that this would add a lot of value to our company and, of course, to our shareholders. This acquisition will allow us to own all the assets at Zimapan, including the Santa Gorgonia mine, which is a mine that has been explored and advanced almost to a drilling stage by Peñoles, where we have done significant exploration, mapping, and chip sampling, and mostly surface exploration, where we have identified very promising gold areas, and we're very excited about the future of this Santa Gorgonia mine. Just a little bit of history here of the Zimapan property. This mine was under a lease agreement from Peñoles to Carrizal for the last 12 years. Production, as we can see in this table, has been increasing year over year, with the exception of year 2019, when the lease agreement was about to be finished, and the mine was in the process of closing, and as it was meant by the agreement. So production slowed down through 2019, and in 2020, COVID and the synergy of that slowdown on production brought production down from the previous year. We're very excited that now we have engaged in these final terms with Peñoles, and this imminent transaction, as I would like to put it, if you allow me. And this is allowing us to now invest in the property, to advance those areas that were left, and bring back production to historic, tonnage and milling capacity. We believe that we will be at 75,000 tons per month of milling capacity here by the end of Q2 this year. And that should allow us to be north of 4.5 million ounces of silver equivalent. In addition to that, all the exploration areas that we have identified will allow us to increase as well the head grades in the property. So we have, let's say two drivers here to increase production at site. One is the tonnage, which will be, just as a reference, today we're mining or milling 68,000 tons per month. Our expectation is by Q2 to be at 75,000 tons. The mill is fully capable of doing that at perfect efficiencies, and the mine is on its way to reach those productions by the end of Q1. In addition to that, we have opened now the Lomo del Toro mine at Horizontes area, where the historic production used to be from this mine, and head grades are north of 350, 400 grams of silver. We're doing a very thorough exploration in the area. We want to start mining fresh ore from the stopes that we have so far prepared, and we'll start mining 4,000 tons from this area starting Q1. By the end of Q1, by the end of this quarter, and we'll see little by little head grades increasing in the property. What is really interesting about Zimapan is that we have what I like to tell the geologists, that it's the best of both worlds. We have a very wide mineralized zones, and as well we have a very competent rock, and that allows us to mine in a very efficient way. Just to give you an idea, every blast in a stope that it's already prepared for production, we can bring down 500 up to 600 tons per blast. We're doing long hole drilling, and the competent rock allow us to advance in a very efficient way. You don't need to rock, to shotcrete and vault every area to advance. So that allow you to go to run the mine in a cheaper and very efficient way, as at the same time as you are having high volumes. The Lomo del Toro area, which is the one I was referring before, it's as I point out, we just opened it 3 months ago, and we're starting to do exploration in the zone, and with very exciting results. We want to prepare this area for production and start little by little adding tonnage. This month we start adding 4,000 tons, but by the end of Q1 we would like to reach 15,000 tons. That will allow us to increase definitely the head grades in the milling capacity, or in the projected milling for the mine. We're very proud of different certificates or awards that the mine holds. I'm pleased to tell you that we are signed and we have received the IRMA award. It's a standard for responsible mining We are the first ones in North America to receive that at the Simapan mine. This is a standard that endorse your well doing with the community, with the environment, and it's a responsible mining award, if you allow me to resume it that way. We also hold a clean industry certificate, which is granted by the Mexican Environmental Protection Agency, and this is renewed every 2 years. The mine has been renewing this since 2009, and this last year we received the last, the most recent award. So that's generally speaking, Simapan. Now we go to Rosario, which is the Charcas mine, also in a very friendly and silver, with lots of silver historic production. This is a small mine, but nonetheless, we have just arrived to the budgeted and drilled areas where we expect head grades to increase and tonnage to increase. We'll take this mine by the end of Q2 this year to north of 400 tons per day. That'll be full capacity. So this is a mine that will keep running as long as it's profitable. It still has a lot of upside potential, and we have identified different vein systems in the property. I'm doing a little bit fast here due to the time, but yes, as we were describing before, the production forecast for the company looks promising. This is not accounting on the Lomo del Toro area and the Horizontes zone. So we feel comfortable that we'll be there during the next coming years. Our catalyst will be definitely finalizing the agreement with Peñoles. I think this is imminent in the next coming days. Return the mine to historic operational levels, and keep exploring all those areas where we have already identified upside potential at the property. So exploration will be really important this year for us.